Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Kino with Khan, the hit podcast. This will be the third episode, so I assume by now viewership is in the millions?
That shit
Billions.
is a dumpster.
Did you know that's what the podcast is called? Kino with Khan?
No, I just learned that, actually.
Nobody ever knows. We have a very special guest today, all the way from Brussels, musician. Actor,
Speak on it.
writer,
Talk about me.
comedian,
Glaze me.
lover of lover of ladies.
As usual.
My boy Nash.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here.
I'm glad to be here on Kino with Khan.
Kino Khan, and also the whole idea of this is to be like out on a terrace on a sunny day. And this is the first time we've had a sunny day, and it wasn't supposed to be sunny today as well.
It was not. That's true. I feel very lucky. Thank you for having me, man.
No problem, buddy. Thanks for being
Appreciate
here. For free as well, you know that.
He did buy me the beer, by the way.
And then, so as if you haven't picked up by now for other things, Kino with Khan, we discuss a film. We have a film as the foundation of our chat. And so far we've had Zardos, Rosemary's Baby, and we thought we'd go for something really mainstream this time, just to bring in some more viewers, listeners. I don't know how this works. So Nash, tell us what film you chose that you made me watch.
Oh, so I decided...
And then give us 2 minutes, a 2-minute summary.
And you
can spoil it.
I can spoil it?
Yeah.
All right, bet. So I decided to choose something that was kind of in line with the things we found funny in college. Blackface, specifically. And racial injustice. And civil rights, obviously. Snap. And I picked the movie Soul Man, 1986, featuring some white kid and James Earl Jones. And then there's that other guy. What was his name? The dude who punched him at the end.
Oh, Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen,
There
there
we
we
go.
go.
Respect to
Yeah,
Leslie
yeah.
Nielsen. Man.
My fault, my bad.
Star
my
of a
bad.
Naked Gun.
And the plot essentially is this white child recently gets into Harvard. Fortunately, his parents won't pay for him, not because they don't have the money, it's because they just won't do it. They're stingy, rich parents, right, who won't spread that wealth with the working class. And and so he decides to basically trick the affirmative action thing in the United States and basically just do full blackface. And gets admitted on a scholarship.
Yeah, so he applied because he's a white guy from an affluent LA neighborhood.
Yeah, and he gets in.
He can't get a loan. He can't do anything. So he
Yeah.
applies for a black-only scholarship in blackface.
Yeah, and successfully gets the
Successfully
scholarship.
gets a scholarship.
But the problem is that this obviously took that scholarship away from another student. And obviously that was a black student who he eventually...
He didn't know that at first. He thought...
Oh, he didn't know, yeah.
He thought that if no one in LA gets a scholarship, then they'll just sit on it.
Yeah.
But it would have gone to someone in San Diego then. You know how scholarships work.
Right. And so essentially goes to school. It's finally his first time being black in Boston, because we all know that's an experience. And over time finds out that he comes to fall in love with a black woman. And over the course of this movie, you find out that she is the one who, is supposed to have that scholarship. And now he has to come to terms with the fact that, one, the black experience is a thing. And that, two, he's in love with this black woman and he feels bad that he's taken her scholarship. So he's become the thing that he's now come to despise.
Yeah.
So that's the premise of the movie.
And then James Earl Jones is the professor, criminology professor, and also head of the school judiciary, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they have a court case for him at the end, and he admits to his wrongdoing. He admits that he's pretending to be black, and everyone's kind of chill with it.
Everyone's a little too fucking calm.
Everyone's pretty chill. They're like, feel like you learned something from this, my guy.
And this is a perfect... we were just joking, just watching the end of it an hour ago, just thinking about that's so funny. That's just that snow bunny mind control thing. But funnily enough, she really just does forgive him.
She forgives the black girl that he has feelings for forgives him.
Yeah.
The university forgives him. He has to but then he ends up taking a loan from his dad at the end with 25% interest. So he's working at the university to try to help pay that off.
Oh, he also made that deal with the head of or his law program or the whatever, the head of judiciary, who says all right, this is what I'm going to do in return for me doing blackface and stealing a scholarship. I'm going to give up only one day of my school week devoted to helping. What did he say specifically?
Legal aid.
Legal aid for underprivileged communities, specifically Black communities. He then said he wants to, that every bit of money that he had from the scholarship that previous semester given to her, and then the rest of it plus interest. He will not only give up one day of his week, but then give up his summers too for legal aid.
Yeah. And his part of his salary going forward when he graduates will all go towards making a new scholarship, and he will he'll just be like a real ally. That's basically it. He was like, I'm gonna be a real ally. And then James Earl Jones was like, damn, bro, it seems like. So essentially, we went on a bit along with that. Essentially, it's a white guy. It's a white guy who pretends to be black in full blackface.
Full blackface. Jerry curls and all.
Jerry curls to get a black scholarship to go to Harvard Law. And at the end, he learns his lesson. And James Earl Jones is a professor, and he falls in love with a black girl. And it's a fucking bonkers movie.
It's quality. If you just love racism.
Because once I got over the blackface, I was like...
Because you eventually do, because so did Sarah.
You kind of forget that he's doing blackface. You know,
and you kind of feel for him a little bit.
Also, to be fair, he's not doing blackface, the character. He's taking an experimental suntan pill. So it's a pill that makes you tan.
Yeah.
Pill, but he's taking over the dosage that makes him fully... It's just his skin completely black.
Imagine Uncle Ruckus, but the other.
Yeah, well, and this is one of Spike Lee's. So I was looking at this film, and Spike Lee had a lot to say about it. And one of his gripes was that he just didn't look black.
Right.
So they were like, does everyone else just think? He did kind of just look tanned with the Jerry curl.
That's true.
Because he had very white features and stuff still.
Yeah.
So Spike Lee was like, it just insinuates that everyone else at the college was dumb, all the black students, because they couldn't tell. And I was like, it would also be crazy if that happened for real. Let's take it for real life.
Okay, right.
You're at school. A black kid walks in with white features.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like, you're not black, bro.
No, I would just assume. Do you know how many fucking black people are on planet Earth that just look crazy? Have you seen people from what's it, Cape Verde, where Amber Rose is from?
No.
Dude, what? Just different features, like blonde hair, sometimes blue eyes, like Amber Rose, Wiz Khalifa's. Yeah. You know exactly who Amber Rose is.
Don't know who you're talking about.
Do you want me to put her name in your phone so you can block every search result?
Actually, Amber Rose does a lot of pro-feminist stuff.
She does. This is the slut walk.
Slut walks and other
stuff. Yeah,
that's
actually fire.
She's very outspoken. I'm actually a fan of hers.
That's great.
Yeah.
Just only of her slut walk.
in that regard. You wouldn't tell someone off for... I want to get into the Spike Lee stuff first.
Yeah, go on.
So Spike Lee had a problem with that.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a bit unfair, because I get it, he didn't look... The film would have been so much crazier.
If they did full the Netherlands fucking black Pete, just fucking charcoal and some red lipstick,
and they were like, and he was like, if they had to explain that away, then I also got surgery to get my lips a bit thicker.
Yeah,
that's like, bro, just leave it there.
This is not funny. This is just a hate crime.
Yeah, it comes in all different ways, you know.
No, for sure. He just looked it didn't look off, but that's kind of part of the movie, is that it's not, suspend your disbelief for the.
Yeah, it's also you also we wouldn't think twice. You would never think twice.
Yeah, no.
I would never think.
I would be like, no, this fucking light skin looking I don't know.
He wasn't too light skinned.
He wasn't, but Sarah, I don't know, they looked kind of close.
He just had a very sharp nose.
Also, I would say makeup in the 80s. I don't know about every black film or film that featured black actors, but I feel that shit wasn't always on point.
Oh yeah, that's something.
Just to do with actual makeup, or if it's to do especially with lighting in film.
Yeah,
that's always been a huge issue.
And modeling and stuff.
So yeah, so I don't know if that was also a film.
I think it was Zendaya. I could just be crediting this to her. It might not have been her. Or it might have been Naomi Campbell or something. But I don't know who it is. Some big model was always like, I only like working with black photographers, because then they know how to light my skin when I'm taking the pictures. Otherwise, they just don't turn out looking as good. Because I actually was supposed to do a sketch this morning, acting a sketch, but then I was supposed to put on a bodysuit, and then the guy, I was like filling in for someone else, and then they were like, oh, actually, we won't be able to change the tone of the bodysuit in time. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But that would have been kind of funny.
That would have been hilarious.
Like, in a full white bodysuit running around. But yeah, I think that is the thing. So I think it would have been crazy. That was Spike Lee's first thing. And then he thought it was like a dumb film. He thought it was against affirmative action.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know what. I don't even think the film had that. I think the film was like,
Also,
really fucking
it's not
funny.
affirmative action. That's the first thing. It's just a scholarship.
Yeah,
But,
it's just a scholarship. And two, I feel like the film, they must have known what they were doing. There was no way that set wasn't on fucking
But
fire.
okay, think about when it was made. It was in the 80s.
86.
So parts of his black experience.
Yeah.
He hears racial jokes and he starts to feel like, targeted by them. He like doesn't like hearing them.
Yeah.
Then he gets stopped by the police. He gets beaten up by racists. They try to kick him out of his house because they didn't want black people living in that housing.
Yeah. He gets hunted by a snow bunny.
Yeah. He gets fetishized by a white woman. And then I think that's the other way of putting that. Hunted by snow bunny.
I mean, it was.
that was the translation.
she very much was aggressive.
And then, so he does learn about the black experience a lot. And I'm just taking this film for when it was made, like the 1986.
Yeah.
This is like pre-American Pie, it was kind
It's
of
in that line.
It's kind of progressive.
Is the movie kind of? I don't know if
It
it's
showed
progressive.
the difficulties of a black experience. And at the end, the line is like, so you James Earl Jones goes, you understand what it is to be black in America? And he goes like, no, because at any time I could have quit, And it's just like, oh well. Like,
Yeah, for 1986.
For 1986.
Fuck yeah. Who was doing that?
Who was doing this?
Bernie Sanders. He wasn't doing blackface. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Or was he? I have the pictures.
Yeah, the guy walks in. I have the pictures. He is white.
Oh yeah. That's
After we both.
there's also a sick cast in this film. Like you'll recognize a lot of the people. The main actor, his name is
Also, Louise Dreyfus is in this.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
She's.
in her role.
That freaks me out every time.
C. Thomas Howell plays the guy who goes blackface. He's a great actor. He's been in a lot of TV stuff. I've seen him in a lot of stuff. He's good.
Yeah.
He's got a great arc on Criminal Minds as, as the Reaper, the Boston Reaper.
That's crazy.
The main girl's name is Ray Dawn Chong.
Serious?
Yeah.
I didn't Google it up.
Does Ray Dawn
Just skipping it.
Her name's Ray Dawn Chong.
Sounds like a fake name. Fuck it.
That's her name. I'm not doing a bit.
But what's her ethnicity?
Huh?
Like, what's her ethnicity? Like, what's her
She's
background?
black.
Ray Dong Chong.
Ray Dawn Chong.
Like Chong or Jean?
Chong. As in Cheech and Chong.
Got you.
Ray Dawn Chong. That's her name. We're gonna have to cut all that. And then it has Leslie Nielsen and James Earl Jones and Ari Gross, who are all great actors. And the film made cost like $4 million, made 35.
Yeah, formula. Yeah,
Pretty good. Did well at the box office, panned critically. Everyone thought it was too one-dimensional. It was like, okay, like it's making a joke out of it, and
Yeah.
it was a good idea. It could have done, but then
But if it
is a
stretched the
comedy as
boundary,
well, though.
if it stretched the boundary, then it was trying to do too much. Where then it's like it's gonna fall on itself, right?
Yeah.
Like you get away with doing shit like this because you're being like, no, this shit is fucking silly. We're gonna put him in this shitty blackface.
yeah.
Like, and it's fucking dumb and it's hilarious.
And there are scenes that go on for a bit too long, which are a bit like wacky.
Yeah, like mom, dad.
Yeah.
I'm black, but not really. It's just a whole bit.
There was like there was silly parts like that, but if you take it at face value as like if you go in like this is a comedy, this is dumb, then you're like, oh okay, like they tried to make some points.
Yeah.
You know,
They try to sneak him in there.
they tried to sneak him in there.
But in terms of comedic value, it's top tier. That's gold. Needle in a haystack.
It was a very funny film because he is black and he's like. So the tagline for the film is like, he didn't give up, he got down, and it's like almost like 70s black guy, and he like walks around trying to be black all the time. So he goes like, right on, sir.
Yeah, it's just over the top, like.
And he goes and plays basketball, and everyone wants to
Have
get
him
him on his team.
yeah.
And then he just gets pumped on the court. Everyone's like, and he's still white on the inside.
But I feel like what he's trying to explain to Sarah, There's like rationale behind it. Or yeah, this is like my favorite part is like, he's in the bedroom and it's like basically almost like the climax, right? Trying to reveal that he's actually white to the girl he likes, whose scholarship he stole.
Yeah.
And he goes like, out of nowhere in the commotion of where his parents, who are actually white, are visiting his apartment. His best friend who's white is in the apartment. And it's just kind of like this like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And he takes Sarah to the other room. She's confused as hell, thinking, who are these white people saying this is this black kid's parents? And he's like, in the middle of the commotion, goes, how do you feel about interracial relationships?
And Nash is like, I love them.
I know
Nash loves an interracial
I do not
relationship.
confirm or deny it. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
They
to be
get
honest.
someone called Dr. Umar and show him this film. I would pay everything in this world.
If they
to
do a
watch-
sequel?
No, if we got like a like a Twitch stream of Dr. Umar watching this film.
Oh, right, and have them do a breakdown?
Yeah, just be like, see, brother.
I would pay fucking serious money for that.
brothers, this is the trap.
Hey, look, Sarah fell for it.
Sarah did fall for it, and she became at the end, because he understands the black experience afterwards,
Yeah, he was like, I can't be, I can always escape.
And he's like, oh, bro, it's harder to be black in America.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
Apparently.
Yeah. You were black in Boston.
I was like there for like 5 years. That shit was sick. No, there was some points that really focused on, but like outside of that, yeah, no. Boston has
the reputation for being super racist. And
Absolutely.
I think institutionally it's really racist as
Yes.
well. Like with
Absolutely.
gentrifying neighborhoods, redlining, all this sort of stuff.
We were very fortunate that we were very isolated.
Yeah,
I think,
because
like,
we weren't actual Bostonians.
Yeah.
We were, although in my heart I was. On the inside.
On the inside.
Just like this guy was white on the inside.
No, but yeah, we were like international kids who had
Yeah.
the luck of like being able to like have their own spaces and like organize our own events. Not events, but like parties or kickbacks or whatever, where you just didn't have to interact. So that's like the difference there. But no, Boston's very fucking racist.
Yeah?
Boston is not a joke.
Did you feel it was racist?
Absolutely, but I was lucky. Like I said, I didn't have to interact with too much of Boston.
Really?
Like, cause I think my daily schedule was like mostly with like our friends.
Yeah.
If school, class, the music kids.
Yeah.
And then
Music
music kids, we all like alternative like left spaces, right? But in there, like of course, there's like their own caveats, whatever. But like for the most part, it was fine.
Yeah.
You get the odd comment here and there.
So I always found Boston to be like on the personal level, because I would do stand up sometimes, right? And I would end up in like pretty weird places doing stand up, and like interact with a lot of like Bostonian Boston locals, and I never found them to be. I found a lot of their jokes and stuff to be like racially charged and things like that.
Yeah.
But I always found them like their humor to be that way, the way they speak to be that way. Like they'll drop N-bombs.
Oh yeah.
But they would have no like malice in their heart, Mm-hmm. I always felt like, at least in the comedy scene and stuff like that, they'd be like quite racist people, but they weren't like, they were just doing racist stuff. They were never like actually like thinking less of anyone.
Do you feel they just did it because everyone else was kind of doing it, kind of shit?
No, I just think it's just the way they grew up. It's like, well, why can't I say that word? I'm from Boston. I do whatever I want.
So yeah, so essentially, yes, Boston is racist.
But then
yeah.
I can say that word if I want to. But then they're like, hey, like they'd be like, it's like classic thing where they'll be like, hey, leave the queer guy alone, just because he's funny. It's like, well, I guess so. It's like the heart's in the right place.
But the way you're going about this is...
You know what? He never took a feminist history course.
Just, it takes one class to just...
He's just there like, leave him alone.
Yeah, fuck, hey, Jablonski.
That's how I always felt about it. They're like, they're all like very nice, but no one was like, it's not like Italy.
It's not like Italy. Oh, Europeans, man. Let's not get started on that.
It's highly racist.
No, but I mean,
no one in Boston's throwing a banana.
Yeah, you on the street, just casually. Or like if you were eating a fruit on the street and then just people just roll down their car window and just go, ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
They don't do that. In Boston, it'd be like, hey, what are you eating, a banana? You think you're better than me? Go to Dunkin' like a real man.
Yeah, I don't know, but like for sure Boston is super racist, but our experience mostly is obviously outside of the United States, so it's no way to...
I mean, obviously I experienced like off moments and stuff like that, but never like...
Yeah, what was your most off? I don't think I remember.
I don't know, it's definitely stuff where like you feel like people are saying the wrong stuff, but not really I wasn't black. At the time.
They're just throwing the hard R at you, and you're like, I'm not.
At the time.
Like,
I was like, where?
you joining the mob? If you can't beat him,
They're like, we're looking for a black guy. And I'm like, where is he?
They do it. They're pulling Liam Neeson's at like 3 in the fucking morning.
They're talking about me, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Because I have my curly hair and stuff, so people would get confused. People still do get confused.
See, exactly. So
Yeah.
Spike Lee was right.
Yeah. See, people get confused a lot, but I'd say it's more for like Muslim stuff, you know, like. So
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Because I always be like, yeah, I'm Muslim, and they'd be like, oh, all right.
I mean, your name is Asif Muhammad Khan.
Yeah. And they'd be like, oh, what's
Rolls off the tongue, just right onto that TSA list.
Al Qaeda is just terrible, though.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, I guess. I don't know them.
Do you know Al Qaeda? You're like, who?
It's like, what do you think about it? But you're like doing like terrorists, right? Like, fucking, depends who.
Yeah, you're like, what are we defining as
One
terrorists?
man's terrorist.
The man's hero. Which, yeah.
I'm a big fan of Bane.
Bane from that extra fucking punch to that column is so unnecessary.
Guy's so into it. You've got them back to the city. That's about the extent of it that I really experienced. But also, I was just like younger and drunker. I don't really think.
Younger, drunker, and
Yeah.
just like not into like I was definitely not attuned.
Yeah,
much
sometimes
as
I do like comedy gigs, like especially like open mic stuff.
Yeah.
Where you had like these borderline schizophrenics up there, and they're like just saying like wild jokes.
Absolutely.
And then you'd be like, what the fuck was that? And they're like, it's funny.
You just try to gloss over, probably just
Yeah,
move on
it's
because
like-
you're like I'm not gonna just pick on a fighter.
Yeah, and it's also like you didn't do well.
Yeah,
your
your
set
jokes are
your
shit.
set didn't land. Like I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, your shit's trash.
But if your set did land, I'd be like, whoa, bro, that was hilarious.
Well,
I love that racist.
like no, but like I think it's like I had more experiences of racism from like more for students that were actually like going to Northeastern or whatever,
Yeah.
rather than like I don't know, like it wasn't just like Boston police or something. I was just more just like the white
Yeah.
student body. Period.
Yeah.
I don't think it was something that like it was my freshman year.
American
of college.
whites or Euro whites?
Yeah, American whites. Euro whites, I mean, that's class.
totally
I've
right.
had, yeah. But no, American whites were just like, you know, I think it was my first year of college. I didn't really think about it too much because in high school, my entire student body was white, right? So coming into college, we didn't have that much like, because it was also an international school, but it was just like, especially my friends were just like into music and played music and shit and like theater, like I don't know. I really,
Cool kids.
Ugh. We were, funny enough, we were. I'll say that myself. I know they're looking at it.
It's like freaks and geeks.
It kind of was.
Except you're unaware of the fact
That were freaking.
they're like these. But you know the jocks walking by like with their like girlfriends and stuff, and Nash like, look at these losers. Anyone to go listen to some Miles Davis with me?
No, but there wasn't even any of that. There wasn't that kind of like divide of like jocks. Like everyone
Yeah,
did
yeah,
everything. Like everyone did everything. But anyway, coming into like Northeastern, my first semester, I was like, okay, it's nice now having like more international friends, nice having Middle Eastern friends, you know, Black American friends, cool, whatever. But then it was like my first experience with shit hit the fan was my first like one of my first college frat parties.
Oh, nice.
I got brought to, and you know how they were always talking about that fucking ratio shit, like if you don't, it's one guy, 9 women.
Yeah.
That's not the word they'd use, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then like 9 holes. We're paying half a game.
Well, it'll be more than 9 holes.
Some shit like that. And then
There's
like,
only 9 holes. That's 3 women.
and
2 if you're creative. I don't know.
no, but they'd say some really diabolical shit. Anyway, the point is, so if you wanted to go to a party and participate in these things, you knew you had to like at least talk to like 3 women who were like down to go to a party with you, whatever, so that your whole group would at least have like a lot of women to bring. Just fucking super predatory. You go.
Yeah.
It was me and one of my close friends, Jacob. And
Oh,
I
Jacob
wanted,
SS.
yeah, and I
Shout
wanted
out, bro.
shout out to Jacobs, shout out to Young Savoy, great engineer for No More Hero Studios in Chicago, one of the best to do it. Check him out.
Owes me money.
He does not owe me money. But yeah, no, he does. Yeah, he owes you money.
He owes me money.
He doesn't owe me money. No. So essentially, we go to this frat party, and we're in like a line, and you're trying to get in.
Yeah.
Our friends are ahead of us, so they all get in, and it's just me and him at the back. There was like maybe like 2-3 people in front of us that weren't related to our group. Boom,
Yeah.
they go in. It's people in front of us get
And
in.
did they have like good ratios?
We didn't need one apparently because it was friends. Someone knew people in the house.
Yeah,
We
okay.
actually knew quite a few people in the house,
Okay.
so that were freshmen. So we were hoping that would be easy. Apparently it was.
Yeah.
So it gets to us to the door, and I'm like, well, we're just gonna get in. It's easy. Before we even get to open our mouths, they're like, you two, you're not getting in.
Who is you two? Yeah.
Me and
okay.
Jacob, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, this is fucking weird.
Jacob is black, by the way.
He is very black. We're booking New York. Flatbush Ave, I think.
Ooh.
No. Yeah. So they're like, you're not getting in. We're like, okay, this is not good. Jacob turns to me because I think he was trying to like have me at least experience some semblance of an American party. No, because he was like, okay,
I thought you
never.
I thought you were about to say he wanted me to experience some like form of American racism.
No, he was just like, this guy's never gone to like a frat party or like
Yeah.
something or seen this shit. So I at least want him to at least like, if this is what he wants to do, like, it's better that I'm around him and we can go see this shit.
Yeah.
So then we go, and then we go to this thing. We don't get in. We wait in line for like over 30 minutes. It's getting fucking cold at night in Boston at this point. And then people in the line even start talking to us, like hanging with us. Like, no, we're not gonna go in. We're gonna like chill with these guys for a bit. We start having an outdoor kickback. They're like, you guys can't have like a fucking separate thing out here. And then I was like, well, our friends all inside. You let us in. They're like, who's your friend? I tried calling them. They didn't pick up. One guy who's at the door is like, hey, like, where are you from by any chance? I was like, Brussels. He's like, what school? I was like, I went to the BSB. Why?
The BSB.
He's like, I played rugby against you guys in high school, la la la. I know like one of the former rugby players' name's Ashley, la la la, all this kind of shit. So I'm like, no fucking way. And then he was like, okay, I'm gonna definitely get you in. He gets us in the house. We're not even like 3 steps in. And this random like 6 foot ice hockey player goes, yo, those 2 guys can't come in here, bro. There's gonna be a problem.
Why? Have you seen this guy before?
No.
Okay.
And then so then Jake was like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh, really?
So we go around the house.
Which frat was it?
The main one, we're all
There's
the
like a few.
SIGs, whatever. I don't fucking know. It was the main one of the bigger ones on campus.
There was one big one that got kicked
Not
out.
Pike.
Yeah, they got kicked off
They got
campus.
kicked off,
Yeah, but
no.
they were there freshman year though.
Yeah, they were there freshman year.
So good bit of them.
It wasn't Pike.
Oh.
It was one that was actually on the hill. Like these guys were like more. They were established into like the group.
It wasn't like our friends one, I think. 'Cause those guys are pretty
No,
into
but
that.
we just knew people. Like our friends had friends in there, kind of essentially. And then we're leaving the house. Jacob is just says like, as we're leaving, and there's like one of the couple brothers standing outside of like frat brothers, not our brothers, standing outside the house. And then we're like, he's just saying like, I just hate it when people just don't fuck with black people, bro. For like no fucking reason. Like it sucks. We can't just go to parties, can't just hang out. And so they hear that, they go inside. We're coming at the front. We see one of our friends on the porch, like out of it. We did a couple of Zans, did a couple of things we should have done, mixed a couple of things together, and we're like, okay, we should take her back to the dorm because we're sitting in the dorm. Boom. Like 1 frat brother, 2 frat brother, 3 frat brother, 4. It felt like a fucking clown car. Like they were all hopping out.
Yeah.
Like, and a bunch of them hop out. They're like, you guys can't take her home. Like, you get the fuck out of here. Well, I'm like, we're absolutely taking her home. We live in the same dorm building. And if she gets in the state like this, she's going to get written up and the whole fine thing at college. And we're in class with this person. So I was like, there's no way.
Your friends?
Yeah, we're friends. I was like, there's no fucking way. He's like, no, you don't give a fuck, Lola. I was like, we know what happens at these fucking frat parties, dude. Like, no way we're leaving.
Yeah, that's why they did it.
That's what they wanted to take her because they were like, yes, the conditions have been met. She's inebriated and can barely speak.
Well, that's why like aside it, that's why like, it's crazy that like it was so crazy that like actually finish your story. Actually, no, let's do it now.
No, jump in.
Yeah, they were like it was crazy that was like a thing that people just say, and it was so jarring, especially coming from abroad, and you'd be like, oh yeah, don't go to that frat house, they spike, and I was like, what?
Yeah, they.
And at first I thought it was like a sick kind of spiking, where like they put a little something special in everyone's drink.
I was like, well, if we're all
It's like, no, so they spike girls, and I was like, okay, and then people just knew that, and it was like, okay, like, what is that just a cool thing? And that's why like 2 frats in our time got kicked off campus for doing that stuff.
For doing that shit, yeah. It was just weird because I remember going to one of these like I was meeting with a bunch of students, and you were talking to them about these things, and some of the girls would voice be like, but where the fuck else are we supposed to go to party? We can't party in our dorms, we get fined.
Yeah.
We can't party.
Maybe you should have been studying, Nash.
And I was like, although we can't party in these places, so what the fuck are we supposed to do? And I'm like, we got to figure some shit out.
Yeah.
There's got to be something else. luckily, our dorm started hosting Thursdays, or it was a thing prior to when my year was
Oh my
there.
god, I forgot. Yeah, you were in the dorm next to me.
Yeah, yes. So we started hosting Thursdays. That was kind of fucking nice. So that was like a nice way to have.
Yeah, thanks
that.
for the invite to that, by the way. It was great.
You were always there, but you'd always come back from boxing, sweating, and be like, fight my demons. Alcoholism. Yeah, like you were trying to you had already had the trim at that point too. Like you were different back
Still
then.
rocking the trim, baby.
You were very kind, but like you were just more like, to yourself, I think. At least
I
to our
thought
year.
you were saying like, you were kind back then.
No.
Now.
I thought you were kind, but you were just like also like, you kept to yourself.
Life has broken you. Victory has defeated you.
No, but it was just I remember you were being there, but I was just like,
I don't think I ever came to a Thursday.
No, I think the first time I remember
I'd be like
hung
hanging
out.
outside smoking a lot.
Yeah, we would just talk and just chop it up and shit, like just normal stuff. And then I remember one time you were like, yo.
Let me freestyle, probably.
No, you were like, oh, do you want to watch the All-Star basketball game?
Yeah.
At that time, I didn't really watch a lick of basketball, so I was like, sure, what the fuck is on?
Yeah.
And then you put me on, you go, okay, this is the this is what happens. I was like, oh, okay,
That was
cool.
the big dunk contest one.
Yeah,
as well. That was like the greatest dunk
So
contest
that
ever.
was like one of
Zach
those
Lamine,
fun,
Aaron
and we
Gordon.
just spent hours in the basement, just lit as fuck.
Yeah.
Watching this. It was you, me, and I think it was Vince, yeah. So we're drunk as fuck just watching this, and I was like, this is the most fun I've had in a while. So I was like, okay, this is like.
That was really, I have a great memory of you speaking at race. It was like, we were going down to, in our housing, we had like the TV and stuff were in the basement.
Yeah.
And then we got a message being like, there's donuts in the basement. So we were like, okay, like free donuts. So we all took the lift down. And then we came out and there was just a bunch of cops there. And then I looked back, like, so me, Vince, and Cole were like, all right, so kept walking. I turned around, you just went right back up in the lift. And it was like the cops giving a talk about like drinking, and they brought donuts. But I just remember me being like, nope. That was because I turned around, I was like, what is going on?
You just see me like the doors closed.
That one, or I don't think you were there, but maybe you were. But like we were walking to this party. It's like a theater party or something. Rock and roll theater parties.
Very cool.
They were cool.
I went to like one.
Shout out Northeastern Shakespeare Society.
You guys put some shit on. Y'all had some talent in there.
I didn't put it. I wasn't really that part of it. I was just in the plays, but as they would let you know. But I was walking there with David Samir for sure.
Yeah.
You might have been there as well. I can't remember. And I had like loads of open containers on me.
Okay.
And then a police car pulled up, and they were like just driving slow. And I was like, what the fuck? So I walked there to walk with Vince and Zach and left you guys behind. Because they were like, just like, I don't know if you were there, but they were like, it was definitely David and me, and they were like, just like following them.
Okay.
Low key, like the police car was right there.
God.
And then I was like, well, I'm gonna walk with the white guys. I just and then they clocked what I did, because I clocked the car before them. And then when we got to the place, they were like, you're such a little coward. I was like,
Yeah, you couldn't run with the real ones, huh?
bro, I was like, no, also, no. Also, I had open potatoes on me. Like, I would have gotten in trouble.
Yeah, two Nigerians and like a fucking like Indian Pakistani guy with the name Asif Muhammad
Asif Muhammad
Khan.
Khan, baby. I love it.
Fuck. With Afghani roots?
Afghani roots of Pashtun, baby.
Yeah, dude, that's yeah.
I can't say out to Uber drivers that often, though.
No.
They try setting me up with their daughters and stuff. And I'm like, let me see a picture.
You just have a wall with like the fucking string wires. Like, yeah, not fine. Life plate T1Z14. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Is it still recording?
Yeah, obviously. I'm just going back. Oh, let's check the camera quickly. I was just going back to my notes on the film. Camera is recording. Fantastic. So my favorite line of this film it's when the guy goes, he's like, I'm gonna be black, and the guy's like, why would you want to be black? It's like hard to being black, and he goes, what are you talking about? It's the 80s. It's the Cosby decade. I think that's probably just aged the worst out of the whole film. He's like, it's the Cosby decade. It's okay to be black now.
Cosby did so much and took away so much.
I was like, whoa. Where's this going?
Bill Cosby?
Bill Cosby?
No words.
No,
but no, genuinely, like, it's such
yeah,
a
he
weird
was like
thing
a pinnacle of the...
Pinnacle, like, I mean, the first TV show was the black TV show was the Cosby Show. No,
Was it?
I think it was.
What about Good Times and stuff?
No, the Cosby Show, 60s, 70s.
My Mike's
history is
picking
not
up
that
about
good.
shooting. Almost definitely.
Yours is probably. It's just Cosby.
Jello pudding.
What was the thing that he used to make? The thing with my
Just Jello pudding. Yeah, Jello pudding.
Sleepy.
I need my Jello pudding.
Little sleepy.
I don't think we.
He always get a little sleepy after his pudding. What?
They,
Oh, Bill Cosby, man.
yeah, I mean, he was like a big guy, but it was just a funny line to hear. Like, it's okay to be black now. It's the 80s. It's Bill Cosby. So there's a white progressive lady whose daughter's Leslie Nielsen. Also, Leslie Nielsen, bit of a small role in this. I don't know why. I think he just wanted to punch a black guy.
Yeah, he kind of is giving like Liam Neeson in this kind of vibe, just like
Nah, Leslie Nielsen's a guy. You ever seen those Naked Gun movies and everything like that?
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
funny. But there's this like his daughter is a progressive girl doing a PhD in anthropology or something like that.
Yes.
And she has a huge black fetish, and I thought that was really accurate because like especially with the 80s again, because like you know what's really popular now, like the word cuck, right?
Yeah.
Even like politicians use the word like,
Cuck.
oh, he's a cuck. Like I mean, American politics is a mess now anyway, but they still have used the word cuck. Ted Cruz said the cuck. They call someone
yeah,
cuck.
like calling someone cuck on TV is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
It's like calling someone a gooner on TV. Like, please.
Gooners is a funny one. You ever see that one of Anne Hathaway? Because she's, you know, so Arsenal fans are also Gooners, right?
Yeah.
And then so Anne Hathaway's there, like, she's an Arsenal fan. She's like, I'm a huge Gooner. I'm a Gooner. And everyone's like, what? Anne!
Please.
Anne, relax. And also share the Twitter.
Dude, share the links.
DM me the links.
Oh my god.
But I thought, say like, and obviously cuckolding, it's a bit strange because like it's become so mainstream. Not the act, well I guess the act as well, but the word's so mainstream now, and it has its roots in like quite a racial sort of sex act, which is like getting cucked was having like someone like usually a black man come in and have sex with your wife, with the perpetuating the idea that black men are like this like
It's like ape, like
fetishization.
yeah, this fucking like all powerful fucking like ravaging this beast thing. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but also there was the other way around, was what they used to call buck breaking, right? Where
Buck
they'd use-
breaking?
yeah, it's fucking crazy. Where on like plantation, I mean, this happened across all sorts of forms of like colonialism and imperialism, whatever, throughout the Brits. Shout out to y'all people. No, but seriously, like they would get like try to find the largest or the most physically capable male on the plantation, especially if they were out of line, or even if not, just as a way to like entice like fear, and be like, look, this is the strongest one of you. You think you're safe with this person? I will forcibly rape them, whether that's in front of the people or not, and that would just break them down. Obviously, because rape is insane.
Yeah.
And that
Wait,
would
so
just
the
prove
the
that there
planta-
was nothing. Yeah,
the plantation
Just
owner would do it to
master-
the biggest
not
dude.
just and not owners, like workers as well. Huh?
To the biggest dude. How do you do it
Yeah.
to the biggest dude?
I mean, you just get whoever's the most physically capable. They don't have to necessarily be the biggest, but the most physically capable in this buck breaking, as a way whether they would be the
I mean,
ones.
that's what
who
Suge
would
Knight
also-
does, right?
I don't think Suge Knight. I don't know what if Suge Knight's buck broken any dude.
Dude, yeah, for sure.
What? You think he's?
Suge Knight and Ray J and stuff.
I don't know if they've fucked dude.
They don't know, it may not have,
Yeah.
but they've definitely organized it. Have you ever heard the clip of?
Where it's like, we're gonna get niggas to rape this nigga. Yeah.
We're gonna get the big homies who like homies.
the little homie. Yeah. That's crazy.
No, you gotta do the full quote because otherwise there's no context. Right? There's no context for our audiences now. Essentially, when Ray J was beefing with Fabulous,
Yes.
Fabulous like running his mouth, and Ray J was like,
Ray J was
like
peak, man.
Yeah, no, but he was like a full certified blood and all this sort of stuff. Like he was pretty hard.
It was cool.
He was like, and his music was pretty good. But like he was not one. I wouldn't fuck with Ray J. You know, that's what I'm saying.
I still wouldn't fuck with Ray J.
Yeah, and I would rather fuck with Fabulous before fuck with Ray J.
Fabulous hasn't been the
And
same.
his skinny G's.
But never mind. We'll
Yeah,
see.
so he'd be like, so they got like Ray J called up Breakfast Club and was like nuts, and then you gonna hit the quote?
We're gonna get the big homies who like homies to go on and rape that nigga. Which is fucking crazy.
And then they like take pictures and stuff like that, and then they would like use that as blackmail. And that was like a thing in a lot of gang stuff.
Yeah, it's
Suge
just a
Knight
way of-
apparently used to do it as well.
I mean, like, look, it's a lot of things. When we're driving home to this point, like, men fucking suck.
Men are nuts.
The dudes are fucking crazy.
It's hard to like. I don't understand like the anti-feminist movement. I'm such a good guy. No, I mean like
Look
honestly,
at you.
like, I don't know. I'm not saying it like that. I'm like, you know, when people are like, I understand people who are like, oh, like, who combat that movement by saying, oh, when they say like men are trash.
Yeah.
They're like, how could you say that? That's such a generalized term. I'm always like, have you met men?
Have you met us?
My brother.
Have you seen the
Brother.
shit we're around?
Brother, it's like, you know, maybe you're not. Maybe like if the 6 guys you hang out with are pretty nice.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing for you. Like, I've seen things.
There's a great Donald Glover bit where he's like, no, what was it?
No, it's
Donald Glover bit where he's like, every guy has a crazy woman story. It's like, yeah, do you remember Michelle? She was crazy. She like stole my cat or stuff like that. She, like, or Michelle was like, you know, she would like call me up all the time and things like that. And it's like, women don't have crazy men stories. It's like, yeah, because women with crazy men stories are dead.
Like, legitimately.
Or to be like, oh yeah, like, you know, Jake, he was crazy. He murdered my dog. It's like, all right, that's not fun anymore. But yeah, men are trash. But yeah, so the Suge Knight and stuff, you see that stuff as well. That's what still happens.
No, it does happen. Where did this start from? The
I was
cucking
gonna be
for
like,
the
yeah, cuckolding is
racial fetishism, getting into
fetishism.
like the black man and like
Yeah. So I thought that was also quite progressive in the 80s though. You know?
I think that was more common than we think. I don't know if it was like.
No, to show, because it wasn't showing like, okay, a very common joke around that time, in my opinion, would have been like, whoa, look at this black guy. He's great at having sex and has a huge dick. That would have been like a classic 80s joke. But the butt of the joke in this wasn't him.
Him, it was
her. Being like, what the fuck's wrong with this girl? You
Making
know?
fun of like the stereotypical, like, or now we online might refer to as a snow bunny.
No, but
Kind of.
Snow Bunny I always thought was like...
They're fetishists.
I thought it was just like any white woman.
I feel like it's come in a certain term with like that kind of a certain level of culture vulture mixed in with
really?
like a certain level of. Like,
I feel like if you
fetishism.
see like any black celebrity or athlete with like a white
woman, you can just throw
something
something.
like
I guess you can. No, you can.
Like you never know. Like somebody I always feel like just like
A white woman, yeah. But I guess like there's like this certain like, you know, like the, what's it called? Travis Barker's daughter, the Alabama Barker. Have you been seeing that?
No.
Like the girl from Cash Me Outside, Daniel Bergoli, got into a rap beef with like
I know the
Travis
Cash Me Outside
Barker.
I don't think those are only. I think Snow Bunny's any white woman. I think.
Maybe.
But anyway, yeah, like the fetishization of black men in the film. I thought that was pretty progressive.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't the butt of the joke.
Yeah, he wasn't the butt of the joke. She was, and everything, like, because like when she was like with the Native American guy
At the end, yeah.
At the end, and they're like, yeah, like I don't see, you know, I don't believe in red and white. I believe in different shades of pink.
Also wild calling him red. But also wild. And also, where did they get that guy? He looked about 50.
Big as hell, dude. What the fuck?
They couldn't find a Native American actor.
Yes, they just got like a dude from.
They just got like the guy, the actual chief or something. It's like a professor of indigenous studies.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, well, what?
I thought that was quite good.
Yeah, that was really decent.
You ever feel fetishized?
Yes, that's happened a bunch of
And
times.
I have apologized for it numerous times.
No, it's happened a bunch of times. I mean, maybe when I was younger, it was something to like, you'd think, especially in more like white space, you'd feel something to like live up to. If you didn't live up to it. Like if you weren't like most athletic or most quick or whatever, sporty, muscly, some type, you'd feel it was inadequate because it was a way for you to feel or valued or seen, right? Then you realize that's fucking stupid. I don't need to do any of that shit. I'm gonna just do my own thing, and then whoever fucks with you. And also that's some weird, like, don't adhere to like white standards of beauty or perception of you, right? And then you get older, and then that shit starts happening again. If it's like, whether it's like, I don't know, especially now if I'm at work. In the past couple of years, I'm in Brussels. Non-English speaking people.
Brussels, Belgium.
Belgium, yes. Not Brussels, Wisconsin. Brussels, Wisconsin, obviously. And like, no. And then, you know, if they're non-English speaking and they hear like a black guy speaking like with the American accent, and it's these things, these images attached to it, gets a bit odd. Yeah, I've had a lot of comments all the time. Fetishized to that extent. I've had people apologize. Like, I've had a British woman, like, when I was out, I think it was my first summer or first winter back after college. all my friends, and this white girl was like, I just want to say, like, I'm really sorry about, like, she's from England. She's like, I'm really sorry because I just want to say,
Sorry.
I'm really sorry about, like, just like, my people.
Oh, she hadn't done anything?
No. She was being super nice the whole night. I didn't know her. She was just kind of like a friend of a friend. I was like, oh, hi. Hanging out with our friend group, real drinking, going out in town. Then she's out of nowhere in like a drunken stupor. She goes, I just want to apologize for like my people and what they've done to you. Because it was horrible. And it was unacceptable.
I actually love those ones. I think they're so funny.
No, we're just like, yo, what?
And that's what... and that's what Nash here was saying, that Ray Chong...
Ray Chong Dong.
Ray Don Chong.
Ray Don Chong, my fault.
With C. Thomas Howell while they were married. Ray Don Chong. But where do we go on that? No, so Spike Lee might... You were saying Spike Lee might be right. If this movie leads to that, then we got it.
Yes, then if there was some weird race play like thing going on in the relationship post or during movie, because it was kind of they started dating after the movie.
Yeah, they started dating after the movie.
Yeah, okay, so
are we talking about the characters or the actors?
The actors.
Yeah.
They started dating after the movie.
Both started dating, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So like, where did it all start? If I imagine dating, being in 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
And you were the British guy, the actor who plays
Michael Fassbender.
Exactly. And then you start hooking up with, I don't know, one of the fucking guys who played the slave
Lupita
master
Nyong'o.
right after.
No, so Lupita Nyong'o hooking up
hooks up with like one of the slave master.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, exactly. Hello.
That would be weird.
Spike Lee.
This is like someone call him Spike.
I'm sorry. It is definitely a lot of the. I understand like when you're on set and do theater production, and there's always like you.
Yeah, but he would have been in blackface a lot, right? Like most of the time on set, he would have been in blackface.
Yeah, so she found that fucking attractive, or she found him attractive because he's probably cracking jokes, but in blackface. And you're telling me in 1986 he didn't even like
say the N-word,
bend the rules? I don't know about what he did.
Who you say the N-word?
But like, I'm just thinking about the scenario here, and it's like, dude, you were in blackface the most of the time. Makeup department already.
Is that slave play though, or is it just like
it's race play?
Race play.
It's race play. Race play can include slave play, but it's race play.
Okay, I don't know anything about any of this.
I've never done this, and I don't plan on fucking doing anything.
You would let a
girl
call you the N-word?
Hell the fuck no. Dude, there is this like there was this like weird clip on circulating on Twitter of this like fucking like I don't know, this like white looking woman just literally repeatedly saying like a jerk off instruction video.
Okay.
Of being like, oh, like I want you like my dirty little N-word like jerk off and like a bunch of dudes are being like repost like it'll be like, oh,
a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, a bunch of dudes will be like,
your
oh my
closest
god. Yeah, my closest friends. On my bookmarks. No, but I'm just like I just couldn't. It is not something that gets me off to be degraded that way.
No, I don't think it's very
She
cool.
was like the Anne Hathaway shit, like, oh, you forward young man, like, good boy kind of shit.
I think you'd have to ask before you do that kind of stuff.
It's not for me.
No.
It's not for me. If that's for someone out there, hey, man.
No, I think you can kink shame that.
You should absolutely kink shame that.
Yeah, I think that you can kink shame as well.
So, to bring this up, I met somebody who likes this kind of stuff.
A white woman?
No, up your alley. She, she's a brown
woman.
She's a brown woman.
Yeah,
from India.
My sister.
India, and they had recently gone through a scenario where this. Did you pause it?
No, I'm just checking.
Okay, cool. They had recently been dating somebody who'd actively been a bit more not aligned with their viewpoints, let's put it that way. Very right wing. Okay. Very right wing. And like I'm just like, but you continuously have to like engage with this person. Like a lot. Like we were trying to, as a group of people like genuinely concerned, like
you were trying to figure it out.
Yeah, like because I'm not just trying to clown you, although we were trying not to laugh, but genuinely the thought was like, no, like there must be more to this. Like, what's the source? Because maybe if I hear it from here, you'd kind of get it. And she was like, I don't know, like, it wasn't that, like, when I first started, like, fucking with this person, like, it wasn't like that. You know, it was kind of just like fun sex. And then you discover who they are.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but when you discover who they are, surely, is it recording?
It's recording. It's recording.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, surely, you know, that would put you off. And usually when the first hour of me talking to someone, I can kind of gauge whether they're a fucking like right-wing freak. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But maybe you don't have, some people don't have that kind of like.
Well, I do feel like some people with very strong political views, like say we have friends who are like super lefty or super right wing or things like that. Actually, yeah, well, super left wing, and then they will be able to date someone who's
Right wing?
Yeah, no, I think people who are left wing will sometimes date people who are quite right wing,
Yeah.
and then they can live with it. But what I did, and what you were saying prior to our technical issues was a centrist can't, like a liberal will date like a conservative, like a normal conservative, and then that'll be like, it happens. But I heard this story from this girl who was like complaining that like, who's conservative. It's a friend of a friend, and she was like, it's very tough dating as a Republican. She's an American Republican.
Yeah.
And apparently she went to a singles night, and in the singles night you get like a little sheet where you like tick stuff off, and then in the ticking off there was like, tick off your political views, kind of, and then tick off whether you'd be willing to go on a date with someone who was of a different political view.
Right.
And apparently all the people who tick Republican, this is what she said, all the people who tick Republican said yes, they'd be open to dating someone from the other side of the aisle, or whatever you call it. And then all the people who ticked Democrat or left wing said no. And it was, her point was like, oh, it means they're more intolerant. But I don't think so. I think it means just like, if you're spending all this time with someone, you don't want to be debating like...
I'm going to be debating shit that like, when it comes to, especially if we're looking at it from like, what majority of people are on the planet, right? Most people are working class, or like don't own a lot of, they don't own their means of production for any reason. So what perspective would I be like, oh, I'm working as a doctor, as a nurse for the NHS, and I'm coming home to a fuck dickhead who doesn't earn that much more than me, voting against me earning a better salary and having my shit funded. Right? Coming home to kids and taking care of shit. Like, I don't want to deal with that. That's the majority. It's not like some finance CEO is dating. Well, that does happen. Like some Fortune 500, you know, guy does date, you know, hippie, woo-shoo.
Well, when the bag's good.
When the bag is good. But, yeah, there's leeway. Well, it depends on what you want.
Oh, who was it?
Who?
One of the rappers, he did his Over and Under. And he goes like, ooh, look what that money made a bitch do.
I forget it. The name is just on the tip of my tongue. Wait, fuck. Nah, it'll come back to me.
He's like,
ooh,
he's like, what do you think of overrated, underrated at high school? He goes like, one of my teachers said I never amount to anything. Last summer I had sex with her. Ooh, look what that money make a bitch do. You're like, what the fuck?
It's just a shade statement. But no, like, yeah, I just think like, yeah, you don't want to be debating over the most.
You don't want to come home and start debating and stuff like that.
Debate, but that doesn't mean I agree with. That's the thing, though. Even if I'm a leftist, right? I don't agree with everything, like the minute things.
Yeah.
Everybody in every leftist space, we all have our own disagreements, even if our same goal is the same. But I'd rather fall asleep being like, oh, okay, well, we're both trying to fight for, you know, for more like working class opportunities and like the basic shit, whatever.
It's not like that. It's like, imagine like, obviously you can debate over some things, but like if you're lying in bed and then you go like, oh, like, damn, you know, Israel just killed another like 50 Palestinians today. Yeah. And then they're like, they had it coming. You're like, whoa. Yeah, you're like, get out of my house.
Yeah.
So
shit like that
I saw this. One of my friends was complaining that who is a conservative guy, not like reform conservative, but he's Tory for sure. Yeah. And then he was like, it's so funny. He was on Field, the dating.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's so funny that I see like, you know, profiles which are like latex bitch, into race play, age play, doing all sorts of wild shit, piss in my mouth, no Tories. Just like, well, seems like you're into everything. And then like, it's like, maybe everything once, you know?
yeah, everything but that. Because imagine you're in a gimp suit, your mouth's fucked, and he goes like, yeah, actually, them Israelis are kind of right. I'd be like, get the fuck out. I'd be pissed.
You're in the middle of the slave play, and you're like the master, and then the other person's like, we do need to do something about these immigrants. So like,
Wait, what?
we gotta whip in your hand. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
See? The fedora comes out. No, dude. I think that's like no. There's a limit, man. Yeah, like could I date a liberal? Absolutely. Could I date like a conservative? I don't fucking know. Like it's just it depends.
What if the bag was good?
I think it depends if there was something I think about them that I knew they weren't so concrete in their beliefs.
Yeah.
Where if I'm like,
no, that's even worse because you think you can change them then.
If I think I can change somebody, well, okay, if I'm trying to date them and to change them, that's not the right thing. If they're my friend and I'm like, oh, I don't think they're actually that core into this like racist shit. I think I can genuinely, cool, I'll do it. But for the most part, dating or thinking you can change someone as you date them, I don't know. Some people do it.
I do think,
but I don't want to like take care of nobody. I don't want to be like, holding your hand in discussion.
I got other things to do in my day.
Or we go outside, then you're working on like a project, then like it pops up on the screen being like, Asif Khan's wife said that like Gazans are blank sand blank dune blank.
What's a dune goose?
I'd be like, wait, what?
I think we got that edited out. We were talking. I'll bring that back one second. Otherwise, that was super out of context. But no, it couldn't be me. That's the first thing. I would be like, right, my girl's gonna ride for Palestine.
Yeah,
I want her losing her job.
Yeah, like if you're like, oh, if you come out and be like, yeah, I kind of like shut the fuck up because I didn't want to lose my job over it, I'd be like,
I actually do understand that. I do get that. Like, you know, you can't expect people to lose their jobs and stuff like that. It's more fucked up that people can lose their jobs or something like that.
Yeah, because most people who like are speaking about this aren't in the top highest echelons.
I had a friend there who's just like, you know, not like. He works at a normal corporate office, and was like doesn't want to work on any Israeli stuff, and like said that, and they were like, okay, we're not going to publicize why you're not working on this, but like we'll move you into something else. And even that, I was super proud of her. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
That's a better step than anything. You're saying what you're. Because like at the end of the day, bro, you have to. And people are like, okay, you have to have a job.
Yeah.
Most people who are saying things right now are mostly young people, students, people who are working class, like don't have the greatest opportunities. You're not catching them.
And the Comtown guys.
Yeah, and Comtown guys. Stop, shut up. Sponsor
Nick Mullen and Adam Friedland. How did they become?
I don't. But it's like, yeah, like those are the people who are saying shit. So I understand if you don't want to risk your position because shit's not easy. It's not.
No, but actually what I say about that as well is like, okay, obviously on the individual level of people we know and things like that.
Yeah.
I completely agree. But then like, I find it so crazy how like in media, you know, all these like comedians or things like that, comedians, actors, writers, directors, you know, a lot of them have stepped out a lot. My boy, Davos Seaworth from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Fucking
top tier.
The Onion Knight still going. But it's crazy that I got all this comedian stuff. They're like, who like are always like, bro, I'll say anything all the time, you know? They're like scared now. It's like the most outspoken one are the Comtown guys.
Yeah,
you know, like Adam Friedland was on like the news the other day with like Andrew Yang and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and they're like, we gotta do something about this. We gotta do something about these like college protests. And Adam Friedland's like, all right, let's not worry. I think this is hysterical. Stop worrying about university students. We're sending $25 billion a year to Israel.
Like that's the fucking problem.
That's the problem. Like, oh, students are protesting a war. That's never happened. Like, relax. Yeah. And then Andrew Yang's there like.
No, you make a good point. Yeah, this is a time where the most people who like always pride themselves on being outspoken.
Yeah. And then they're like out there, and now they're like, well, I won't say anything. I don't know enough. So you didn't know enough about...
You don't know enough about the fucking Nazis?
You didn't know enough about trans people, and you were making jokes about that.
But the most normie take about this shit can be like, okay, I don't get it all, but I don't think that all these people that I don't know or whatever should be getting just bombed. No, like, at least can we have a ceasefire?
That's the Theo Vaughn. It's like, I'm pretty retarded. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty retarded.
I'm like... I don't think this is right.
No,
but then he sits out with JD Vance and just like
so it's kind of like this guy. So he's kind of fuck him. In that way, he's trying to figure it out. But I just think that like we'll figure out it's lenient. But I don't know. I just think the people who should be more outspoken aren't doing it. They're being pussios. If you really want to make an outrageous statement at Joe Rogan, how about you stand for that shit? Ooh, I can't say anything. No, go say the thing. Go say the thing right now that's hot. Go say free Palestine.
Yeah.
On every episode, every time you open up an episode, we just want to introduce the episode by saying free Palestine. Every bit of money is being donated. Like, really go for it. Even if you don't believe it, do it because you believe in just saying the most outrageous thing. Speaking of outrageous things, did we peep the new Oh, we have to speak back to this Soul Man.
Yeah, I was about to do. But the next question here is on what we were talking about. Do you condemn Hamas?
Are you? That's a serious question.
No.
Put it on. I got it.
You want to do it?
Yeah, do it. Absolutely.
Yeah, do you condemn Hamas?
I don't condone Hamas at all because I don't condone. I do not want to condemn.
Condone or condemn?
Condemn. I don't condemn Hamas because I don't want to condemn any person's like right to find a way to free themselves.
Self-determination.
Yeah, self-determination and freedom. Me condemning the ANC under Mandela or condemning people like my grandfather who fought the British and freed Zimbabwe. So that'd be fucked up. So no. Find your way out. And then after that, you figure it out.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Put that online. I swear to God.
Let's go.
First clip. First clip. I don't care. No.
You think I'm able to clip this?
Wait, everything else I said is there?
No. I'll figure it out.
Okay, Anne Hathaway, shout out though.
No, I don't condemn Hamas. What about? that's that. And I don't either.
Soul Man.
Huh?
Soul Man question.
Soul Man. I had one more funny Soul Man's thing. Do you think James Earl Jones believes in Israel's right to defend itself? Does James Earl Jones believe in Israel's right to defend himself?
Is that the serious question?
No, that's not a serious question. God, my phone's.
Isn't he? He's dead.
Is he dead?
He's dead. He's been dead.
Oh man, rest in peace to a real one. Oh, you have some stuff on that. I'm going nothing else.
Yeah, a real misogynist, let me tell you.
Black fetish, he was getting pumped on the court. Fun fact about this film, Ronald Reagan's son is in it.
No.
Yeah.
What?
He was one of the guys the basketball captains.
Oh.
Just a fun little fact.
Ronald Reagan's son?
Ronald Reagan's son was in it.
The Devil Jr.?
So they watched it at Camp David, because Reagan was president.
Yes.
They watched it at Camp David together. Ronald Reagan and his wife.
Watch Soul Man.
Nancy Reagan.
What?
The throat goat.
Don't ever call Nancy Reagan the throat
She's the throat goat. You don't know about this?
No, I know. I am aware of her exploits.
Well, yeah, but you know. Hey, respect for respect's due, brother.
Respect due.
Do you respect?
Do I condemn?
Do you believe in Nancy Reagan's right to throat? Or do you condemn Nancy Reagan?
Nancy Reagan, you should have done and did what you did.
Nancy Reagan, live your life.
Live your life.
Sexual positivity, man.
Yeah, don't let these people shame you.
Okay, there was a wild scene in this film which we have to discuss about.
Which one?
So when he's sitting at dinner with the white girl's family.
Yeah.
Everyone in the family who looks at him, has a different view. So again, a bit of like this sexual fetishization. When the mom looks at him, she has this like vision of him like taking her, you know, and like really, like rocking her world sexually. The little brother looks at him and sees Prince. The dad looks at him and sees a pimp who's eating a slice of watermelon, and then goes to the girl, "Hey, go get me some syringes and crack, bitch, and get me some watermelon too." And then that was the only scene. A lot of scenes in this film, but that was the big one where I was like, could have been left on the editing floor. I can't deny it would have been fun to film.
I feel like the Prince part would have been funny on its own. Like that would have made me laugh.
Yeah, didn't need to see the
They
dad.
didn't need the fucking dad's.
It was the watermelon that really got me. Go get me some watermelon too.
Watermelon
bitch.
is a really retired like racial.
It was the 80s.
I know, yeah.
Right.
That's no, that's a scene that could have easily been skipped.
Could have
There's a
been
lot of
skipped.
scenes.
That was the one for me. And now you had James Earl Jones was this film, titan of the industry, fantastic voice. There's a great joke about there where he goes like, "I object to what? To your tone." Is like a very funny thing to say to James Earl Jones. And then you have some thoughts on James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Which I haven't heard. I just
So I did some digging after finishing this movie a couple months ago, and I was just kind of interested in like what the fucking, what were people's thoughts about it, especially the
Yeah.
actors and whatnot. And funnily enough, because of cookies and whatnot, James Earl Jones stuff started circulating in my algorithm about just interviews, and there was a certain string of interviews where he goes on disparaging black women.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about just how they're
Say
not.
the quotes, and I'll cut it.
I don't have the quotes on deck,
Right.
but I'll just let you know that he was dating a white woman. He's a very light-skinned black man, especially when he's younger. Very handsome, light-skinned dude.
Handsome older man as well.
Handsome older man, but
I'd
like
say.
his younger days, he was doing the fucking Riz face with the fucking TikTok edit music.
I'm so light skinned.
Yeah, I'm so light-skinned shit. Like, he was doing that and dating white women and disparaging on black women,
Okay.
to put it short. And it just kind of, I don't know. I don't know. It just put into perspective of who he was. I guess.
Well, what
I
do you
don't
mean
know about
disparaging black women?
well, he was talking about in the interview. His arm is around a white woman who, while he's talking to the interviewer, disparaging against black women. Like, you're very comfy next to this white woman disparaging against black women. It's just like, and it's a very in-depth interview. It's like 26 minutes or something, but like, it just wasn't. I didn't think James Earl Jones of all fucking people. I don't know why. It just didn't click for me. But I don't know. It just put a different spin on this movie. However, I don't know. Maybe Spike Lee was fucking right.
Because you were telling me that the reason you first put on the film was with a friend of yours, and you thought, okay, it's like, I get what it's about. James Earl Jones in it.
Yeah, like,
It
what
might
are
be
the
a bit
odds
more-
that it's
yeah.
probably,
It might be a bit more tame.
It might be more tame, and also, like, if James Earl Jones is in it, like, what the fuck? Like, they couldn't have done something super fucking rude or silly. And then, yeah, there were some moments that were. There were a lot of moments that
Yeah,
were
the
fair.
watermelon one was one lost. Honestly, there was a
lot
I
of
give this
fucking-
film a lot more benefit of the doubt maybe than I should.
Yeah, because remember, it's at the end, and, like, he's apologizing to Sarah. Michael? Heck, what's the guy's name? The movie? I forgot.
Chuck Roll.
No, like, the main actor's name in the movie.
I don't know.
Fucking Michael or whatever.
I don't know.
I forgot.
Teddy Perkins.
So white boy is apologizing to Sarah, and Sarah's walking away with her kid, her son, and they're walking away, and they cut in between these two bullies who've been like just saying shitty and racist comments at the whole fucking film.
yeah.
Whole film, they've been fucking shitting on this. I know, every black person possible. And they pass by Sarah and her son, and they bump into them, and then as Sarah and the son pass through, they can come together, and they go like, "Oh, what do you call a black? What do you call a
Black test tube.
a black test tube baby?
Yeah.
A janitor in a fucking washing machine or some
A
shit?
janitor in a can or something. I didn't really get it.
Janitor in a washing machine.
I don't really get the joke.
It was just so like low class.
Yeah. They did a
like,
few of them. The other
blah.
ones were like, the other ones, because I just watched the whole thing, was, what do you call a white guy with 10 black guys? A quarterback. What do you call a white guy with 1,000 black guys? A warden, and stuff like that. That's the jokes they were doing.
These are really like 2000 fucking.
Those are
things.
80s films.
I know, but those are the jokes that were circulating like
'cause
early.
They're not funny.
They were not funny. Trust me, I've heard those before when I was a kid.
They're still
those were
they're
not
still
funny.
they're still
We
doing.
never touched on the European races. We never touched on that.
Bring it back. We can do it.
No, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like you said, my thought before this, because James Earl Jones was in this, I thought there'd be a bit more like, I don't know, give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more balanced. And there are some parts of the film you're like, doing it for the bit, you could have cut like at least 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I would have still laughed for an
Actually,
hour.
even 15 minutes, I think you could cut out of it.
Yeah, 15 solid, and the rest of it would have just been really funny.
Yeah.
And you could have gotten away with it, been like, okay, like.
But do you think watching this film in the '86 would you have found it funny, or are we watching it
Probably.
now with our sensibilities being like, look at this fucking guy, he's in blackface, like.
Well, I find it more funny now than
Yeah, I think I
then.
might find it funnier now.
I find it funnier now just because of the context.
Yeah.
Being like it's so out of pocket.
Whereas I think back then people were just like, what the fuck are you doing? You know?
Yeah, I don't think that's why it wasn't circulating as top tier
Yeah.
like content. Because this should have made the rounds on the YouTube algorithm at least by now, and it
Yes.
hasn't. So I'm just waiting for the day to pump it in.
Well, it's going to be circulating now that we saw it.
Yeah,
It was a little
exactly.
surge in prices.
Well-
You can only watch this film on Tubi. You can't even rent it on Amazon.
That's why I was so surprised you said Tubi. I was like, we just torrent it. You're like,
Tubi is a fantastic platform.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, they're one of
Please.
they're one of the sponsors of this film. Tubi. If no one else wants your film.
No, but yeah, I just thought it was look, it's a fucking hilarious film. It's very much do it for the plot energy.
Yeah, I do think the premise is an interesting one. I think it could have been, like, I do think for '86, I think it's because I think about like comedies in '86, they were so, the jokes were a lot worse, and this was like showing stuff. And you can say like you made a really good point about like Spike Lee, like he was making like black stories and stuff like that, and like talking about like, and there were other black John Witherspoon.
Yeah,
I think no
John
Witherspoon.
Singleton.
Who am I talking about?
Johnson.
It's John Singleton, and so even like Ice Cube and things like that were making like.
There was a lot of good black movies.
Yeah,
dude.
but they this wasn't for black people. It was for white audiences.
It's white audiences,
and
absolutely.
White audiences would have seen it and been like, "Oh yeah, shit, police do fuck with black people."
They've seen the Rodney King footage, and then they watch Soma and they're like, maybe I was.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You saying something that happens to black people? It probably didn't do great for the Boston racism stuff.
Yeah, because you already know. Stay away from Southie, by the way.
I don't think Southie was. I just.
I would never go there.
I just stand up there and stuff.
I mean, stand up maybe. This is the thing. It's like we're moving in circles.
I just stand up in shitty bars, like the ones that you would think like. The ones.
I think it's different if, like, maybe if you're a performer rather than somebody who's in a circle of performers. Maybe then.
I mean, I go up fair, but I'll tell you, like, when I think it was my first paid stand-up gig.
Yeah.
It was like in a bar in Southie. It was a Monday night. Monday Night Football was on, and everyone was there watching the Pats. And then they had like this whole like section set up for the comedy. Not a single seat was taken other than for like the other two comedians.
Okay.
And I also was so early into my like Boston career that like. I didn't even know how to get around, so I had like to find a taxi. I thought it was like another city where I could wave one down, but like I had to go looking for one. I go up there, I see no one in the audience. I go up and start telling jokes, and because the way I speak as well, they were like, there's gonna be like, shut up, you queer, and I was like, fuck. But also at the same time, I was like, that guy's right. Like, I shouldn't be doing stand up right now. Like they're all here to watch the Pats.
But they set up a stand-up thing.
No, like the bar did, but like
so then the bar fucked up.
Yeah, and no one's not a single person in the seat. Yeah. All the seats are over there watching the Pats, and I was like, yeah, I'm ruining their time, to be honest. So I did get that one. I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but they weren't being racist to you for that. Like I feel like I'm just thinking like the average Bostonian person. I just don't go to Southie. I wouldn't have gone to Southie just for chills. There was parties I wouldn't go to just for chills. Most of our shit, but remember,
down at Faneuil Hall and stuff like that. That would be like quite like.
Yeah, but remember, we always would go to these things with our friends.
Yeah, big groups.
Our friend group was so different from any other experience. I don't even think I even thought about Boston more so than I thought about our friend group.
Yeah.
100%.
That's true.
I was like, what? Me and like Louis, like, come on. He went to my high school, like go to the other high school down the road, kind of thing. Like, there's people who you expect to kind of have the same sort of. Even if they do say sometimes out-of-pocket shit, it's not something I have to challenge.
Yeah.
As such, where I could be like, hey, that wasn't cool. They'd be like, oh, my fault. Sorry about that. I didn't think about it or something. That's easy. Rather than you go out in Boston, it's like, hey, who the fuck are you doing here?
What was that?
That's your Jablonski.
That's your Boston?
Listen, I didn't spend time around them.
That's your Boston?
I don't give a fuck.
That's like a Goodfellas sort of thing going on.
They can keep that shit, brother.
On this pod, we have a little tradition. At the end, they have to give me a kiss. No.
He was one of the frat brothers.
No, I wasn't. But it was funny when you tell that story because I remember it a bit differently. Because at the beginning, I didn't know what to do, like going out wise.
Yeah.
So I went with Samir and David, who are both black guys, and we went to a frat party, and then they were so keen to keep us in, you know. And I just sort of dropped out immediately. Like they wanted us to rush and stuff like that. I dropped out pretty quickly. Those two like went to two more just to like go to parties, I guess, I think. But then they were so keen to like get them in because I think they just needed like a bit of diversity in that frat photo, you know. They were like, guys, come join, please, please. Like, we're like, no.
My KPIs are failing.
They're like, please come. Oh, no, we're good. None of us joined in the end, but. Yeah, they were very keen on that. Yeah, the tradition here is you have to rate the film with 2 thumbs.
Okay.
You can do half thumbs.
I can do half thumbs?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
On 3. We do it together, so it's out 4 thumbs.
Wait, hold up. My brain needs to calculate this. Okay, wait. So I got like full thumb, half thumb, no thumb.
You can do 1 thumb. 1.5.
Okay, cool.
You can do anything.
It's combinations, man.
Yeah. Combination.
It's 2 to the power of the 2, man.
All right, on 3.
One,
2, 3. 1.5.
I give it a 1. I don't know why I did this like joystick shit.
All right, that's cool. That's a 2.5 film.
It's a 2.5 film.
Because I did have fun watching it.
It's super fun, but
It's fun.
it's fun as fuck. You shouldn't take anything out of it.
You shouldn't take anything out of it. I think you shouldn't overthink about it. And then, like, would I recommend people to watch this? I recommend people who are into film to watch it.
Yes.
But I wouldn't recommend, like,
The average goer.
yeah, the normie. The people with better things going on in their lives.
If you were down to have like a drink, if you want to do a drinking game or you want to do it as a pre-game thing and your friend group is like well versed in this shit,
Oh, yeah.
do it.
How would you
Because
How would you feel about a group of 8 white people sitting down with drinks and watching this film?
like only way
Yeah.
by people. I mean, I guess they could run it.
I mean, it's like sort of like the Boondocks, you know? Like, some people are like, oh, if you're watching the like, I don't like when white people are too into the Boondocks, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't watch it. Just watch it. Because I mean, if they're gonna watch it at that point, they're either film heads or freaks.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, homo, blackface. Or it's like, oh, this is really fucked up.
If you were to date a girl and she was like, my favorite film is The Soul Man.
I think
And a white girl.
And a white girl. I'd be like, who's your favorite character? The anthropologist. Actually, I'm like, yeah, see, this is where.
I think guy's Leslie Nielsen. He just shows up, punches him, and leaves.
Yeah, this movie is just to show up and just drink and fucking laugh. Man.
Yeah, it was a fun film.
It's hilarious.
It's a fun film.
It's got all the 80s tropes, the 80s music, the fits.
Oh shit! I forgot to ask you.
The shit makeup.
Music-wise, because you're a musician. What did you think of the music in the film?
I said 80s tropes. And I mean, I hated like the montage bit or the little edit they try to do for the exam. That song was so whack. Like I don't know. Like but this music supervisor putting all the fucking I'm black and I'm black, like
Black
really
and
on
blue.
I'm really on the nose shit. Again, it's for the bit.
Yeah.
Like don't.
It's a very unserious film.
Yeah, don't go into it looking
And I think
for
if you start thinking about it seriously, as we've done for the last like hour and a half,
drinking,
it becomes a bit weird.
regaling our racial fantasies. No.
So a huge thanks to Nash for coming onto the pod. We've learned that he's into slave play.
Do not ever. People are going to clip that.
No one's going to clip it. No one's watching this.
Now.
Thanks for coming on. Anything you want to plug? You have a concerts coming up at a festival?
Yes. Shout out to the band BWANA of Friedel Dufay. We are based in Brussels, Belgium. We have a show coming up in 2 weeks at Summer Kickoff in Ostend. Come see us there at 8 p.m. And we're also performing at a leftist festival. It's called Manifiesta, hosted by the PVDA, Workers' Party of Belgium. And we'll be performing there on September the 14th, I believe. So please come and check us out there. He's got a film coming out at some point. I'll be working on music on that. And
you have some singles out and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have like records out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So check my name across or look at our previous content we made together.
Oh yeah. It definitely does hold up. I think it holds up.
I think
Some
it's
of it
kind of
holds up.
Some of it holds up.
Some of it holds up.
Some of it's got a soul man vibe to it. If you guess.
Some of you're like, oh.
Asif's doing blackface.
That was just going out.
It's just a POV.
All right. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you, Nash.
You're welcome.
I figured out how to end these. Goodbye.